bank holiday weekend. I'm doing something a little bit different this weekend. I'm going for a cycle, explore, not wild camping. I'm going to check out a potential wild camping spot that I've spotted on the map at Kielder. And due to my recent trips in forests have been disasters, I've decided this time I'm going to recce it. I'm going to make sure that I can get to where I'm going to. So here I am in Kielder Forest. Some of these trees, most of these trees around us are still standing. I hope they stay that way. They're quite tall as well, I'm surprised. But we'll have a little pedal around. It's not a massive ride. I'm not sure how far it is, to be honest. It's going to probably be about 8 mile there, 8 mile back. But it's uphill, so it's going to test my fitness. That's another reason I'm out. Try and get my fitness up. Try and lose some weight. I've got this jacket on here, not because it's cold, just to hide my fat belly. But let's just see how it goes. It's like for the first few mile, I'm on what's known as the Lakeside Way, which is exactly what it says in the tin. It's the way that goes all the way around the lake, and it's 26 mile. It's got a lot of ups and downs on it. Short but sharp, nothing too long. There's no cyclist coming this way. I'll just shut up for a while. Morning. I don't like speaking with the camera when there's people about. But yeah, I'm on the Lakeside Way of England's biggest reservoir, but it's England's highest capacity, largest volume of water. Something like 200 billion gallons of water. The other one that's bigger than it is Rutland Water, which has a larger surface area, but it isn't as big in volume, obviously because in Northumberland it's quite a hilly landscape. Not sure how the wind's going to be taking this week, but we'll find out there. That's it anyway. Well, Bakefthin Reservoir it's a separate reservoir, and what that's there for is to stop when the water levels become lower. It's to stop the big mud flats, which would be up here. There'll be huge mud flats, so it's like 2 in 1. Bakefthin and Kielder. That's where we're at now, and if you see across there, you'll see the Bakefthin weir through the trees, nearly just. There's a weir across there, and that's to stop this bit becoming mud flats when the water level's low in times of drought. This is the way. It's quite good cycling. It's decent enough track. You see there's quite a few little sharp clicks of uphill, downhill. So it's not a massively difficult ride, but if you're not used to cycling, it's quite a long way to be going up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah, so above the weir is Bakefthin Reservoir. There's a nature reserve there as well, Bakefthin Nature Reserve. The car park's £5 a day now. The machine was out of order. And looking down that way, that's the start of Kielder Water. Used to be a free car park, but I'm wanting £5 a day now. There's some more cyclists ahead, so this camera's going to have to go away. Obvs. So all the way around the Lakeside Way, pause the video here and you can read about it. We have art installations, and this one here is probably one of my favourites. And you used to be able to wild camp a little bit further on here, but the sign's up now and the wild camping's been stopped, which is a shame. But this is my favourite of the art installations. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it. A lot of you might already been here. But this is it. A giant wooden head. We call it the head. That's how you see a head if you're a Geordie. And this is it. How the trees didn't hit it, I've no idea, because that one there narrowly missed it. And you used to be able to go inside, and there's a lot of steps, but it looks like the steps have been taken away. You used to be able to look out the eyes. Oh, it has caught the back end there. It's a shame. But yeah, the wild camping's been stopped, so please don't wild camp in the forest. I suppose the surrounding fellas is fair game. But it's sort of survived, which is good. But that costs some money to do that one. Little blocks of wood, shaped, probably screwed together. Aye, that's that. Oh, get back to the bike. No cyclists there. It's a popular place. Cyclists, I see the route around the lake's lovely, beautiful. If you're up here on holiday or you live locally and you enjoy your cycling, I can recommend the lakeside way. Looking out to the Kielder water. Look, beautiful, lovely. Well, I'll get back on that bike and get cracking. Just left the bike along here. Where I'm leaving the lakeside way, and this is where things could go pear-shaped. Who knows? Not too sure. But I'm heading up this way now. A bit more gnarly, uphill. Let's just hope the trees don't stop us from getting through. But up to now, it doesn't seem too bad. And while I'm here, I might as well tell you a bit about the forest. So, Kielder Forest, they started planting this back in 1920s. They were using labour who, at the time, times were hard, and blokes, you know, had very little in the way of employment and things like that. So, what they did was they built loads of little encampments around about here, because transport wasn't as good back in them days. And these blokes were like built today, so they were the original forestry workers. And then it just, the forestry, which would have been the Forestry Commission back in its day, it's now Forestry England, and it's now the largest man-made forest. I think it used to be in Europe, but I'm not too sure if it's been overtaken by other forests now. I'm not sure if it's the biggest one in Britain. I think Galloway, little fly thing on me. I think Galloway could be bigger, I'm not too sure. Obviously that's a different forestry, it's Forestry Scotland. Both similar sort of places, but nice. Yeah. Oh. There's the camera just falling off. Set your back up camera. There you go. There you go, folks. I don't know how that fell off, to be honest. It was quite spooky, that, because I put it on quite rigidly with a Joby gorilla pod thing. Let's see if it's still there, is it? Right. Take two, and we'll stick that in the outtakes maybe. Right, so the forest is 250 square miles of forestry. Similar to this. You've got, you know, they're planting a lot more broadleaf trees now, but that's a big area. And I advise anybody coming up here who doesn't know the area very well, make sure you've got maps and you know how to read the maps, because one corner, one junction looks very much like another junction. And if you don't know where you are, you get lost. Shame to see I had to get off and push there and do a bit of bike hike, or hike a bike, whatever. I don't know. It's where you get off and push because you haven't got the fitness, or the hill's too steep. In my case, it was I haven't got the fitness at the minute. We need to get sorted out. But this is the track ahead. From here, there's a bothy along here. It's closed at the moment because we have ospreys in Kielder, and the nest, I don't know exactly where the nest, but it must be somewhere within the proximity around here somewhere, obviously, but I don't know where they're at. I think it's kept quiet. Probably guarded as well. But they're still here, they're still breeding. I've not seen one. And I'm just hoping they didn't see me on the bike and do what they do to me and the dog on the moon down the quayside. The seagulls, the kittiwakes attack me and the dog. I mean, the dog wants to attack the kittiwakes as well, so it's like fair and square, like. But so, that's weird, up there. The point is going down, because I would suspect it's locked. I don't know where the osprey's nest. Nearby here somewhere, but also on the subject of wildlife, there's I'm not sure if they're called the Lynx Trust. They're trying to, they want to release, is it 4 or 5 lynx? Maybe a few more, I'm not sure. But the local opposition's not very keen on it. Farmers not. They're going to take livestock. But would I still cycle up here? If I knew there was lynx running about, probably, because apparently the chances of you ever seeing one are almost zero. You're not going to see them, like, but you just got to be in the wrong place at the right time, or the right place at the wrong time. I don't know which way to view it. But I imagine if you were camping up here, up on the fellas, I mean, there's a nice little fella across there. That's out of the forest, so might be nice up there. But the one I'm heading to is up this way, in front of her. No, but I'd be like to be in a tent when there's a hungry lynx prowling about. I'm not too sure. I would have to wait, see if it ever happens there. I'm not sure if it ever will. I think it will eventually, but there's a lot of naysayers. A lot of people. Danger, forestry work, follow all signs and instructions. And here, do not go further. Now, is that because there's fallen trees ahead? Or is it just because they're cutting, they're felling? Because they do put these signs out for health and safety reasons. If you do decide to ignore them and come a cropper, then it's your own fault. So, do I continue? I think I will. Give it a go. I can always turn round and then just head back. Maybe head down to another couple of things near the lake and show you them, and then back the car. And it's been probably a decent half a day out. Let's crack on it. You can see that up there in the sky. I think that could be the osprey. And to be honest, since I left the road with the signs with her, I'm talking quietly because I didn't want to disturb it. I'm not going to go any further because I think that's the osprey. I think I'm nearby where the nest is now. I want to just quietly turn around, head back, and I'll have to leave this one for another day. Come back in September. I mean, I've got a big bright yellow jacket on. I didn't want to disturb it. It's either a buzzard or it's the osprey. So I want to quietly turn around. I'm sorry folks, but this one's been thwarted for wildlife reasons. The trees look fine. It's a beautiful part of the forest. I'm going to turn around quietly and just head back. I was thinking about it when I passed the bothy. I'm thinking, is the nest north, south, east or west? I thought I'm potentially going to disturb this bird. Yeah, I'm going to head back. I'll probably do the same with the lynx and all. Right, let's head back. Oh, it's a bit bumpy, I'm sorry, but it's a bumpy road. Alright, let's head back. We'll not disturb nature, eh? I used to be a golden eagle at hose water. I put some here a few years ago, probably just bowled the edge and I returned. Might have been disturbed, just never know. I'll just head back. Well, it's still been a good day out. So, yeah. A few mile in, be fitting us up. Edinburgh tomorrow, I want to see my son at Edinburgh. I'm going to take my mum and dad up. They're going to come with it because they've not seen his place at Edinburgh. So I'll do that tomorrow. We'll not be doing much at Edinburgh like because I've still got a broken leg. My mum's not too mobile these days, so we're just going to have lunch somewhere and maybe just have lunch at Jamie's house and just visit him, you know. That's the sort of thing, yeah. We're going to go to a pub, but we've got dogs with it, so it's a bit of a faff. So this is either going to get left until another time, September, when the ospreys are gone, or I might come back next week, and if I can find where they are, if I'm anywhere near them, I might come back next week. Just give it a go. If I can't find somewhere on top to camp, I'll just camp in the woods somewhere. There'll be a spot somewhere. We in hope. Ah, no, another one spoiled boy. There's no going right these days. Little forests falling down and birds of prey and things, and nah, keep it away. As I say, I was thinking if we were when I passed the bothy, I'm thinking, if you kind of got the bothy, why are they letting people cycle up here? They should be putting signs, you know, telling people to keep out. Maybe that was the sign that was back there, maybe that was what it was all about. But I just mentioned about the bothy. Me and Andy Wardle, you'll all know Andy Wardle, I would imagine. Just Google, YouTube search Andy Wardle if you don't know who he is, and you'll see the time that me and him came to this bothy. I'm not sure whether I had 10 kilograms of coal each, or whether I just had the coal, because it kept falling off. It's not the best video, it was one of them videos where it started off well, quite funny, but then when we got the bothy, there was people there, so he didn't do a lot of filming. But check it out, it's quite comical. Me trying to get on a bike with all my camping gear, my bothying gear, and 10 kilos of coal. He's put some music of it, and it's quite funny. It's worth a watch. So I don't know how many miles I've done here. I've got this on, and it's not telling us anything really. It's on cycling. I don't know how it works. Here's a look. We'll unlock it. We've gone through, scroll through the menu. So you got we've done 7.25 miles here, so that's not so bad. It'll beat me last time, but it was terrible. I went in a couple of weeks ago with my friend. I borrowed a husband's bike. I was camping I was caravan with Linda, and then I keep mentioning Linda's broken leg. Linda can't get very far, so I borrowed a bike with the shortest saddle in the world. Off I went with no padded shorts on, and that was a painful. It was 13 and a half mile or something. That was a painful bike ride, that mind. Very painful. I'll not make that mistake again. So here I am on the Janus chairs. 3 chairs that spin around, and as you see, they're quite comfortable. I've camped here before as well. That's in that Andy Wardle video. The chairs spin around so you can lie here. Did I tell you? It's a dark sky area as well. On a clear night in the winter, when there's no moon, the skies up here are amazing. So you can just sit here, look up, stargazing, and hopefully this bit above you keep you dry. I could just have a kip here now. It's lovely. Get settled. Probably nod off. Wake up in the dark. I know what I mean. It's comfy.
Yeah, I know. Just put them over there.
I'll give you a bell up with the chairs. See the spin, turn around. This is the view off the edge. Oh, hey, look at the state of this one. See, this is why it gets, we got a bad name. We're not dreaming of doing that, you know, cans, barbecues. Shouldn't you have a barbecue yet? It's in the forest. Anyway, let's look back at the chairs. So I'll try and put a negative on a positive day. That's where I pitched my tent here. Me and Andy. I think it was a winter's night. The stars were lovely. If you look at Andy's video, or my video, I'm not too sure. There's some brilliant photos on the stars and the tents lit up. And there used to be a wild camping spot back there, but it's no more. And there's some fishermen across there. Got a boat. They're fishing for trout. It's just stocked. There'll be wild browns, I think there'll be wild browns in it, I would imagine. And stocked with rainbow. And maybe something else, I'm not too sure. But there's lots to do around here. Say, fishing, get day permits, you can hire a boat for fishing off the boat. water sports, all sorts. There's somebody else coming on a bike, so I want to cut this bit. Action, cut. That was 13.52 miles just. It seemed like a lot longer, but there was some rough uphills in it, like. But back to the car. A lot more comfortable than my last bike ride because I've got the padded shorts on, the padded seat and what have you, padded seat cover. I've got 3 layers of protection now. Oh, sorry, 4, because I've got a suspension seat post as well, which I don't think makes a lot of difference, but everything's worth a try. So I'm going to get there, can make me snap downers and then head back. So thanks for watching. Hopefully next weekend there'll be some kind of bike packing expedition. Who knows? So thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.